Yes, I'm so excited, Missy. Here we are.
Showing me all the treasures of the Upper Highway area.
I know, but I get so many gifts here. Oh. They personal. I'm good. We're going to meet Ian Courtney now. I'm very excited. Look here.
And I'm loving this door.
It's beautiful. Well, like you said, it's a puzzle on its own. Hey?
Yeah, it looks like it.
So this is where I get a lot of my gifts for my clients because they're personalized. That's why I wanted you to come here today. And I want everybody to know about it because it's spectacular. Come, guys. So we're going to respectfully social distance. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome to the puzzle place.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here, and Renel's ecstatic.
We've had enormous fun. Been going 30 years now. Self-employed. We make 100 different types of puzzles that people don't expect. People come into the puzzle place and they expect to find the 500-piece flat puzzles. Sorry, I don't make those. I make other puzzles. 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 5 pieces, ranging up to very complex. People think they're kiddies' toys. And I think, no, these are going to keep the adults out of this. Yeah. We do the kiddies section. We have quite a large kiddies selection over the far side as well, which we make the puzzles for those as well. And we have a busy workshop. I've got 3 chappies working with me. Somehow we've survived through the COVID, and welcome.
Well, that's a testament in its own, isn't it? Surviving through COVID as a small business. Well done.
Unfortunately, in the tourism industry, we've seen horrific changes. You don't see the internationals at all. A lot of little tourism shops haven't survived.
Yeah.
That's really
Yay. Well done.
I don't know what I want to show you first. I want to challenge you both ladies with a little puzzle.
Oh! I didn't see that one coming. I like it. I don't. I think I'm going to go behind the camera and I'm going to let you and Justin do it. Okay. Thank you, Justin. There you go, and voila.
No, they're challenging. I don't like hard. People don't like hard. People enjoy a challenge.
Okay.
Right, each of you have got 2 pieces. I want you to put those 2 pieces together and make a pyramid. It's called a triangular-based pyramid. It's called a tetrahedron.
Okay.
2 pieces, 1 move.
No. Am I close at least?
Well, you can't get closer with 2 pieces.
Oh.
Sorry.
Very true.
We've watched people play with this for years, and we know why people have a battle trying to do this.
Okay.
I'm asking you to use part of the brain we don't commonly use, which is our 3-dimensional perception. Our lives are dominated with 2-dimensional perception. Flat screen, think about it. The cell phone, laptop, Xbox, iPad, TV, computer, newspaper, it's all 2-dimensional. We are now getting 2-dimensional tablets into schools.
Yeah. Schools,
unfortunately, don't teach 3-dimensional perception.
I wish they did now, because now I'm regretting my schooling years. I feel like it was an immense waste. Geez, I'm just doing the same thing over and over again.
I don't know if I should continue this right the way through and have this on camera, because then everybody will see. This is the only puzzle that, if you wish, I will assist you. Okay. I don't show you how to do the puzzle. I'll show you how we can tweak our brains, how we can change the way we think. Right. We're not taught how to analyze a problem in schools. Unfortunately, teachers have a curriculum. I take my hat off to the teachers, but the curriculum says, I'm going to show you how it's done. You've got to do it the way you've been shown. I'm not allowed to do it differently. If you do, you get reprimanded. Hello? They're not taught how to analyze. We're not taught how to problem solve. We need that throughout our lives. I'm going to assist you. That's a pyramid, a tetrahedron. Triangular-based pyramid has 4 triangles. Are there any sides or squares in that?
Yes.
2. There's no squares here. You've got 2 squares there. Well, you've got to get rid of the squares. Hide them. Put them face to face. No, face to face. Hide them. Okay, it doesn't look like this. Put them on the table. They're going to fall apart. Don't worry about it. I want you both to do something individually for me. I want you to put your hands together. Now, why did you do it that way? I'll tell you why you did it that way, because this is called parrot fashion learning. We are taught to put our hands together like this. Every religion says you will put your hands together like this. We can tweak our brains. We can just fine-tune our brains, not a major change. Instead of going symmetrical, we move our hands sideways and we call that asymmetrical. symmetrical, asymmetrical. Please do that with the squares.
Oh my word. Oh my word. Now I feel really stupid. That is, oh my word. Wow.
Now, what you just said there, you see what I call it here? The puzzle with the wow factor.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
That's the only puzzle I assist with. Why? Because that shows you how simple we can change our brain. We can change the way we problem solve. It is simple. Yeah. We've got to do things a little bit different to what we've been conditioned to do.
I feel like schools should bring their kids here as kind of like a growth on learning.
Schools need to get the puzzles into the schools.
Yes, let's do that.
Yes.
We have half a dozen schools who are using them.
Oh, brilliant.
So, Sharon, we have half a dozen schools who are using them as extracurricular. The teachers love it because the kids have now got their set curriculum puzzles, or maths and geography, whatever to do. The teacher says, when you've done that correctly, you're allowed to go and play with the puzzles. The kids now want to get these things done properly, correctly, so they can go and play.
Play with the puzzles.
Stimulation.
Wow. Is there one that we can get Renelle to do? And I can get her on.
Oh no! Yeah,
Renelle's
hang on.
turn.
I'll have to do that one up there.
Okay. Yes.
I bought one of these for my clients about 3 years ago from here, and he's still right through COVID. He's still troubled with it.
I call that the most sadistic puzzle I make. It's not the most challenging. There's only 5 moves. I call it sadistic because I know for a fact the person who buys that is going to be really sadistic and lock a nice bottle of wine up for somebody to try and and bingo, it works every time.
Yeah.
Had a champion this morning who's had that since the beginning of COVID and still hasn't been able to unlock his bottle of wine.
Right.
So who needs wine during COVID? Hello, we can't go and buy wine. There's a bottle.
How is that not enough motivation?
Well,
Having a bottle right there and you can't open it.
no. Please, very
My word.
carefully, separate the 3 pieces, put them down on the table.
Separate them.
Separate them, take them apart. It's a little 3-piece
Oh,
bird
now I'm
puzzle.
shaking.
It requires 3 moves to take the pieces apart.
3 moves. Okay.
You can do this for me at the same time.
Okay.
3 moves. 3 moves. Ta-da!
This is carefully separate them, put them on the table.
Oh no, you're going to ask us to put it back.
I'm going to
I
ask
thought that was the clever part.
You're taking it apart.
I'm going to ask you a question first of all. Did you listen to my instruction?
No.
Nobody does. I said very carefully separate them. Why would I say very carefully?
I don't know, because we were...
Fragile. That was my thought.
Did you pay attention how it came apart? Because the challenge is actually putting it together.
Oh. I thought it was so clever.
Renelle's working up a torture thing today.
I hate to say nobody pays attention when they take a puzzle apart or takes anything apart.
That's a good lesson to learn.
That's a
Thank
damn
you,
good lesson.
Ian.
So I would say next time you take it apart,
Or the next time somebody speaks, listen.
Just give it 10 seconds. Just see if you can put this together. See what you.
So you can tell we were at the school that didn't have these puzzles yet.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I can't even remember what it looked like.
Exactly.
Start
You
off
don't pay attention.
with Oh my word.
This is the easiest of the burr puzzles I make. I make different varieties. I do 6-piece burrs, 2 different varieties. I go right up to what is potentially the most challenging puzzle you'll ever attempt.
Okay.
This little fella's called a Gordian knot. There are 6 pieces. To separate the whole lot is 40 moves. Not 3. 40.
Okay, 40.
And to put it together is another 40.
Okay, Renelle,
No,
there
no,
you
no,
go.
no, 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 no. Listen, I created a new kind of puzzle here, okay?
I saw this about 10 years ago, in plastic. And I thought, well, I wonder if I can cut these out of wood. The answer is yes, I can. I use beautiful birch plywood, imported from Denmark, because the South African plywood, I'm sorry, doesn't keep the standards up. And I thought, how can I make the most challenging puzzle ever more challenging? I'm not kind, I'm nasty.
Oh, no.
I take away the colours. There's no colour orientation.
Oh, no.
That's very mean.
Yes.
That is very mean. And I was coming here because I...
So this is the science we don't like.
I said to the chap this morning, these make incredible gifts. what you need to determine first of all is how much do you like the person you're buying the gift for.
Exactly.
That determines the level of complexity. That's a little 3-mover, 2-star. This is also a 2-star challenge. I do small ones, I do big ones. Same puzzle, same challenge, different sizes. Incredibly enough, 2 moves to take that ring off.
Does that look familiar, Justin? I think that's the one that got him at the flea market.
Probably. It's a 2-mover. It's painfully simple when you know how. But people don't see how. Called a crosslock. Separate the 2 pieces. They are locked together by steel pins. You've got to figure out how to open it. These are logical, sequential, disentanglement, take aparts, put togethers, left side of your brain. Theoretically, this is your engineer. This is your accountant. I say theoretically. You know how engineers rip their hair out because things don't work. On the right side of my table on the far side, I have my spatial perception puzzles. Those are right side of your brain. Those are creative, artists, crafters, designers, architects. Right side brain, which people battle with. You know, they battle, but they enjoy the challenge. They love the challenge. And when they get that little wow factor. I've achieved it, I've done it. I love to watch people play with my puzzles in the shop. More than that, I love to watch people succeed.
Yes.
They get that wow factor.
Yes.
And we have a bunch of people in here, and you hear somebody, you're standing here, you're listening, yes, I say, got it, and you think, wow, well done that person, they've achieved.
Yeah. Now, do you make these?
I make all these.
You make them?
Yes.
Wow.
I have picked up ideas here, there, and everywhere. But I look at a puzzle like this little fella here. There are 8 solutions on the internet. Sorry, I cut my puzzles. I cut them differently.
Okay.
I've made it. There's only one way to take apart, one way to put together.
Okay.
People Google the answer and, sorry, doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
I take that puzzle, which is a 3-move puzzle. I upgrade it by putting a loop in the middle of the string.
Okay.
The 3 move is now 10 moves. Oopsie.
Okay.
I do a little puzzle called the window pane. That is spelled P-A-I-N.
Of course.
Oh,
It's a
okay. Pain. Very painful. Is it a pain for you as well, or have you just done it so long that you can just do it?
I know them. You know, people say to me, can you do these puzzles? I said, well, I've been making them for 30 years.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I
it's
do
a
know how to do them.
Yes, of course.
I know.
Of course.
And yeah, we have enormous fun. My speciality is my 3-dimensionals.
Okay.
I'll very briefly show you what we do with these.
Now, Missy, this is where I need you to come in, because this is what absolutely blew my mind.
I'm going to just give you a demonstration of my little one, my little baby puzzle down there. There's about 10 pieces in here. These are hand cut. There's no laser cutter will ever achieve what I've achieved here. There are natural timbers, all African timbers. My puzzles have no picture on them to tell people which side of the puzzle is on top or bottom. I've cut a little angle. Every puzzle you've ever had has been vertically cut in a big machine, stamped in, verticals. As soon as you cut an angle, I use my little scroll saw. I can tilt the table, I can angle them. What that means, unfortunately, is that some pieces have got to go in before the surrounding pieces. You now have a sequence of order. Something you've never had to contend with in a puzzle. That's my little one. That's my little baby. I go through small series.
What would something like that go for, Ian?
Those work out at 3:30.
Okay.
Hand cut.
Jeez, with
So
a lot of
worth it,
hours
though.
of
That is
handmade.
I go from that little fellow 10 pieces. I go to my medium series of 20. I go to my large with 30 pieces. My little Africa's very popular, 20 pieces. I do 30 pieces. All the little animals in it. Maybe you can see them. 40 pieces, right up to 50 pieces.
Okay.
The most popular of all the puzzles I've ever created is my large Africa. This is African Kiat, the most beautiful wood to work with. Look at the color in here. This is why in Namibia they call that bloodwood. Local African timber. I've got little elephants, little rhinos, little lions. The cut line in there is the size of my blade on my scroll saw, 0.2 of a millimeter. What people do not expect to find or see in a puzzle is what I've done here. And nobody's ever copied this. They have literally gone worldwide.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So there's a puzzle underneath the puzzle.
There's a puzzle in a puzzle.
Wow.
Now, we don't live on a flat earth. We live in the hills and the
Look, it's got a
valleys.
dolphin. Look at the dolphin.
I cut the hills and the valleys into the puzzle.
Oh,
That is
wow.
incredible.
Look at it.
There's a little lion, there's a dolphin, there's a rhino, there's another animal
see it?
inside, there's an elephant, there's another animal inside.
So how many animals do you have in it?
6 in one like this.
And one like this. Wow.
And he's about 40 pieces per layer, and he estimated 6-hour challenge.
Wow.
Now, I've got to get that little piece back in. Whoopsie, I'm doing this too fast.
Mm-hmm.
And the fun part comes in, they are tapered, so there is a sequence of order.
Okay.
We have the base piece, because Africa can't stand up.
Yeah.
It falls over, it becomes Australia. Oopsie.
Oopsie.
So we give it some support so it can stand up by itself.
What a beautiful gift for centerpiece.
That's
and to
lovely.
keep the fam. So this takes obviously 2 seconds to demolish because we learned that.
You tip it out.
You put it in a tray.
Yes, so you can put the tray aside if you need to. You can't do that with a 500-piece puzzle. It's
Okay.
dominates a table for hours,
Okay.
days, weeks. That you can tip your 80 pieces out on a tray, spend 10, 20 minutes, half an hour. The trouble is, every piece that you put back in, you get that little wow. I want another piece. I want another piece. Your difficult part is putting the tray aside.
Yeah. Okay.
The bug bites.
Yes.
We estimate 6 hours.
6 hours. Wow.
I do the big 5 in the puzzles. I do cars. I keep simple so that men can do the cars. Now, notice the ladies love the men.
Yeah.
Men enjoy a challenge.
Okay. Okay.
You know
I shouldn't have laughed, should I?
Yes.
You know the Cremora story.
Yes, it's not inside, it's on top.
Hang on, what about if it's not on top? It's inside.
Oh, the Porsche.
Oh my word.
It's a Porsche 944 Turbo. Now, instead of putting the car's name in there, I'll put individuals' names, initials, registration numbers.
So we can say like our client, Mr. Smith, or Mr. Smith, or Maury Smith, and we put her name in
What do you
there and
want?
we can personalise it.
I had a chap here a couple of weeks ago who has a 1969 Alfa Romeo Giulietta.
Yeah.
Where do I find a picture of that? I've got the biggest library in the world. It's called the internet.
Yeah.
I found the picture, he looked at the picture, he confirmed that was his car.
Okay.
I made it, he came and collected it, and he looked at it and he said, oh wow. He says, I will be tipping that out tonight. It's about a 3-hour challenge. You know,
Yeah.
do you want those, do you want Ferraris, do you want Land Rovers, Harley Davidson?
Oh wow.
Oh, that's a beautiful.
Father's Day gift.
Okay.
Right there.
Right
Father's
there,
Day.
June, guys, coming up
I
around
can
the
do any
corner.
style, any shape, any design,
Over here.
literally
That's-
unlimited. Yeah,
Okay.
I've had fun.
Wow.
Sorry, Ian.
Sure.
So would you have something inside this one as well?
There's another layer inside. Now these ones here, I don't curve,
Okay.
I do them flat. There's another layer. This one I haven't put names or initials into this. This is for sale. You know.
Okay,
The detail cutting.
So how many pieces do we have in this one?
There's about 40 pieces per layer.
Okay.
But we're looking at about 3 hours challenge. Because the top layer theoretically is going to be easier. The person should know what the bite looks like.
Yeah, okay.
No, it doesn't happen.
Sure. Ian, how long have you been doing this for?
30 years.
Wow. 30. All hand carved. This is hand carved.
Handgun. There's no possible way of mass producing.
No.
You know, people have asked me in the past for 200, 300 of items, and I've made them, but not these.
No.
These just take too long.
No, they do.
That's about 3 to 4 days work,
Wow.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
and yeah,
And the price of this specific one?
that one's $12.60.
That's not bad for 3 to 4 days of work.
My large Africa like that, he's $1,400.
And how many days work on the large Africa?
That's about 4 days.
4 days. I mean, geez.
It's-
Labor for something from a mass-produced shop
Yes.
versus something handmade that you poured all your passion into. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's a
I've got 3
no-brainer.
chaps working with me. I've trained one who specifically cuts on these ones here. Incredibly skilled young man. Yeah, it's been enormous fun
Sure.
I can imagine.
over the 30 years of making these.
Yeah. And other than coming out to your shop, Ian, how do your clients reach you? How
You
do
can-
clients reach you to make orders?
You can have a look online. I've got my www.puzzleplace.coza. I don't recommend ordering online. I
Okay.
recommend see what you want, email me as to what you're looking for.
What is your email address?
Puzzleplace.coza.co.za.
Okay, puzzleplace.
Okay, is it info@puzzleplace.co.za?
No.
Okay. So this is another puzzle.
Yeah, for us anyway.
I've got a Facebook page as well.
Okay.
And
There you go.
my email address,
Oh, there we go.
www.puzzleplace.coza.
Okay.
And
And
Facebook is Puzzleplace 031, which is the Durban Diamond.
the Durban dialing code. And then
Nice and easy.
your telephone number 031 777 1189.
Quite right.
Awesome.
Or
And
give me a shout on the cell.
okay,
It's also on there.
excellent. And your cell phone number is 072 986 1168.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Can I very, very briefly give you an idea? People ask me where these puzzles have travelled. 1997, I decided to find out where they're going to be travelling. I put up my world map.
We've got to see that.
Each of those pins
Yeah.
represents somebody who's been into my shop, purchased one of my 3D puzzles, like you've just
Okay.
seen, and they have.
I think what
We start with this one over here. There's my world map.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Every pin represents a puzzle.
So this is
I'm
very
going to
popular
let you come in. This is incredible. Go ahead.
The problem is I ran out of space in Europe quite quickly.
Okay.
I had to go and put up the map on the left-hand side.
Wow.
You can see what's happened to Europe.
So there we've
Yeah.
got America. That is
Each of
doing
those
there.
pins represents a puzzle.
One of your puzzles in the world.
That people have physically been into my shop.
Physically.
That's
And put the
amazing.
pin.
Look at this, even in little islands.
Little tiny ones I didn't know existed.
Yeah, so
Yes.
you're traveling with your puzzles, just learning where they come from,
Yeah.
or where they've gone.
I then had to go and put up the map of Europe, and the big blob on the left-hand side, you can see where our travellers come from. The Americas, England, hello.
This side show just in the little island.
Shame, look at this, Justin. They've even gone to tiny little islands here. What is that? South of Europe,
South of Spain.
south of Spain. Wow. That's
People found
incredible.
islands that I didn't know existed. England, I ran out of space, became a big blob. I've gone right up into the northern,
Russia.
north, right up.
The English
That
loves
is-
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
I
at
love
that.
it when people come into my shop and they say, we were here 4 years ago.
Yes.
And that pin is our pin.
Oh.
We've come to get some more. I said, fantastic. Europe, England, I had a problem again. I ran out of space. I had to put another map up for England.
I just for England there.
Just for England.
Sure,
And
sure.
that's been going 2-3 years.
Oh, this is incredible.
Obviously nothing's happened there for the last year.
Yeah, COVID.
Yes, yes.
Well, they're lost.
Unfortunately.
Justin?
Very briefly, the other stuff around my shop here,
Thank
these are
you
all
so
locally
much.
crafted products. We have never imported overseas products. I have
This is
40
amazing.
plus crafters. People who make most beautiful things. There's so many talented people around.
So
we do
these
things like
people-
wedding favours.
So you are we supporting you and you are supporting
I'm
local.
supporting them. Yes.
So are these like all local people who
Everything's
make
local.
this?
The jams are made by Micah. She's been making those for years. And
Really
exquisite jams.
delicious. Well, we definitely have to get one of those.
I've watched the ladies do the beadworks, and I take my hat off to them. That is a work of art. That would drive me absolutely insane trying to do that beadwork. The macrame, yeah.
That's hard, I know, because we've done that. That is
That
very
weaving is
hard.
wow.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
this is a wine glass holder with Africa in it. Have a look at that.
You
See?
put that onto the bottle,
You put that into the bottle and you put your...
wine glasses onto it.
Wow.
Lady wanted 70 of those as wedding gifts. You little
That
wedding
is a
favours.
beautiful wedding gift.
And then I laser engrave, instead of putting the Africas onto there, I laser engrave the couple's names. So we can personalise.
That's
We
amazing.
can personalise these things.
And that's what you need nowadays, is personalised gifts, not mass-produced that the next,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
piece could give you.
Absolutely. So you put your name on it, your wedding name or the date of your wedding.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's amazing.
Well, you know what? I think everybody needs to come up the hill. We are right here near the Pot and Kettle in Bothers Hill.
Both of them.
Right here. It
Yeah.
took us,
Yeah.
what, 6 minutes, 5
Not
minutes?
even. And it's
Not
such
even.
a nice drive as well, just to come up and have a
It
break
is.
from Hillcrest.
Yeah.
Just remember, we are coming to winter. if you're travelling from Durban or below, down Durban and Hillcrest side, remember to bring up a pair of warm pants and clothes. We have our own ecosystem. It gets cool. People don't realise that they come from Durban in their shorts and t-shirts. They are 2,000 feet above sea level in 40 kilometres.
We forget that.
Yeah.
We actually forget.
Climb up the car and they think, whoa!
Yeah.
But this is where it makes it fun.
Well, Missy and I both say, please come and meet Ian and his team. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. We're so excited. Yeah, and if we don't, exactly. And if we don't see you through the week, we'll see you through the window. Bye.